Terraria is a roguelike now, is something you've probably been seeing in your feed for 3 months, because no one told me this was a thing. I have played a few hours of roguelikes in my life and love the genre, so when I found out one of my favorite sandbox games released as a roguelike, suffice to say I was intrigued. And then when I found out it had been months, I was angry. How could YouTube not realize this would be something I would want to watch? The algorithm sucks at its job. All that to say, I am here, and I am playing Terrougeike. I'm sorry, that name sucks. Terrougeia sounds so much better, rolls right off the tongue. Complete missed opportunity right there. Anyways, I want to beat the game first try. Here's how that went. When you first start, there are 3 melee and 3 ranged weapons to choose from. I went with the rifle and the spear because big damage sounded fun. The gameplay loop is essentially go into the room, kill the enemies, get an item of varying usefulness, and there are no offshoots, there is no dungeon, it's just a linear path to the boss. I learned rather quickly that health was a resource from room to room, and I definitely wasn't going to abuse that. The spear could be charged to deal 500 damage in a single hit, and you can pre-charge it for each room, so I am also not going to abuse that. I got a bunch of useless items in the first few rooms, but my 5th item gave me barrier on hit. Barrier is health that decays over time, like barrier in Risk of Rain 2. The next important item is this cluster bomb thingy. It clears out hordes pretty well, even though there aren't many hordes in the game. Each explosion deals about 500 damage, which is as much as my fully charged spear. It's pretty good. This is a lot of damage. The first boss fight is very boring. Just hop around and don't let the tree stab you with its wall spikes. These homing things can get you sometimes, but it's not enough damage to be truly scared. And with a final shot, I killed the boss, and got the beginning of the end. This is a shotgun. It makes all weapon attacks into a slow shotgun. It is very strong, and then at the shop, I got a spent shell, plus 1 main attack per weapon use, adding to the shotgun vibe. Now, when I said it makes weapon attacks have a shotgun vibe, you may have thought that I meant ranged attacks. No. It includes my spear. Now, when I said it makes them slow, you may have thought that that meant the charge of an attack. No. The entire attack. So if you have ever wanted a spear to be a persistent shield of 8 strikes in front of you, then have I got news for you. That's what this does, and it was very strong. And then it happened. I got a second shotgun part, effectively doubling my already insane output. Just in time for the boss fight. The only scary thing in the fight was my health, so if we can just... Oh. It dropped an item that makes every melee hit I do turn into barrier, thus giving me essentially infinite healing on my infinite damage. The desert was severely uninteresting except for this giant door I got, which gives me it gives me DR on barrier, thus making my insane health have an impenetrable defense. This boss lady tried to kill me, but I could just face tank all of her damage and melt through her health bar like butter. I didn't even get a useful item in the jungle, but the boss fight still looked like a fly swatting. I tore through the dungeon like it was nothing, and Skeletron's health bar was embarrassingly small. And that's when I made it. The final boss. That's right, we're already here. That's how boring all of the rooms were after getting my shotgun. A true challenge, now. This is an excessively long hallway. Oh, you thought it was done? No. God of the Shotgun Spear versus God of the Moon. But first we must struggle to beat each pillar. Oh. Well, surely the Moon Lord won't be that easy. It was so difficult that at one point in the fight, he actually dealt damage to my health bar. Crazy. Dealing the last blow to the Moon Lord, it felt too simple. I thought this game was short and silly with no real climax. That's when I saw the item and the timer. Final bosses don't usually drop items because there's nothing after the final boss, and timers usually tell you that you have to do something quickly. And I realized I needed to escape. I needed to leave the way I came, so I ran. Yeah, he doesn't look like he has too much oomph in his step. He's not really worried. Anyways, escaping out of the back, we meet the true brain of Cthulhu for a final showdown. Outdoors. That's right, we escaped the dungeon, it happened. Now this is a climax. Epic attacks, a unique atmosphere, fire music. The vibes were immaculate through this entire fight. Oh. He's dead too? Is this implying that every star is a defeated god? Weird. Well, I sure hope no adventurer comes looking for a fight with the god of the shotgun spear. If you enjoyed that video, please subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see more of down below, and have a good day.